Now, the big story tonight is about you looking for help. What do you do when you need help? Well, you call police, you call 911. And for every part of the city, that's who you're going to get. You're going to get police, except for one, you have a second option, Portland Street Response. All right, they are in North Portland. But there is another conversation now on what to do for the rest of the city. For instance, should that fight be taken citywide? And it's gearing up once again. Here's Maggie Vespa.
I don't know how to live like you.
Amid Portland's historic housing crisis, one that's forced us to get used to tragedy playing out in public.
We had somebody die on the streets.
The push to expand an innovative program trumpeted as a solution is ramping up again.
We've heard all over the city that every community wants Portland Street Response.
Commissioner Joanne Hardesty unveiled her pitch Monday. She wants to take Portland Street Response citywide by spring, and she's hoping momentum builds fast.
Do you think this will pass?
Well, you have to ask my colleagues about that.
We'll get to the politics in a minute. First, a refresher on Portland Street Response, or PSR.
George Floyd!
In the wake of the racial justice protests of 2020, the City Council launched PSR as a policing alternative. The promise to take officers out of the equation on calls involving mental health and addiction, and instead send a crisis counselor and a paramedic.
Our goal is to lessen the disproportionate criminal justice treatment of the city's homeless population.
Teams hit the ground running in February 2021, but the council wanted to start small, dubbing PSR a pilot project and limiting it largely to Southeast Portland's Lents neighborhood. The goal, to go citywide after roughly a year. But some commissioners, including Mayor Ted Wheeler, refused to guarantee that funding, opting instead to wait and see the data. Public blowback was swift. Even Oregon Senator Ron Wyden and Congressman Earl Blumenauer tweeted their frustration, Blumenauer urging the council to fully fund the program. Hardesty was fed up then, and she's fed up now. Heading into the fall budget adjustment later this month, she plans to push her fellow commissioners to guarantee spending just over $1 million, enough to hire and train 13 full-time staffers and expand PSR citywide. That expansion would kick in March 2022 with teams on the ground 7 days a week. Hardesty says it's time.
I mean, when was the last time our congressional delegation, business community, grassroots community, houseless advocates all were saying the same thing? What's wrong? What do you mean you're not expanding Portland Street Response, right? The community is demanding it.
Okay, Maggie Vespa joining us now. So we know how Joanne Hardesty feels about this.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the commissioners?
Yeah, so we reached out to every single sitting city commissioner, and basically it sounds like this is going to be a go. Dan Ryan, Mingus Mapps, Carmen Rubio, all of them saying they will support this expansion. The only person who's on the fence right now is Mayor Ted Wheeler. He says he supports the program, but he's just kind of reviewing this proposal at the moment. So we'll see.
All right, what happens if this is a go? Are we talking about March or so? People citywide would be able to call and potentially get the street response team.
Right. If everybody votes as they say they will, at this point, this would be a go. And then come March, you could call 911 and get Portland Street Response to that call if 911 operators deem it appropriate, meaning there's nobody with a weapon or an imminent threat to your safety. We should point out it would not be 24/7. It would basically be during the day on weekdays and at night on weekends. And that's based on data collected by researchers at Portland State University who have been following Portland Street Response and the calls they get. That data, it is worth noting, could be the one thing that kind of holds this up or throws any curveballs at the city council. Again, that has been collected by PSU. It's going to be presented for the first time at a work session for city council tomorrow mornings. We will, of course, be watching that.
Absolutely. Maggie, thank you.
Sure.